And this is one of the best songs ever written to me. I mean, it's just,
Yes.
it's a song that never gets old. And playing on this track,
I wrote melodies to the songs and I liked them. And subsequently, we got a songwriting contract with Dick James, who published The Beatles.
Sir Elton John just revealed something that has everyone in shock. The legendary Rocket Man, who has sold over 300 million records worldwide.
We loved American black music, and we played blues, Jimmy Witherspoon stuff at 14. I mean, but that's what we played.
And as a kid,
Finally named his 7 favorite musicians of all time. But this wasn't just a simple list. It allegedly caused massive drama across the entertainment world. Sources claim that several huge stars were furious about being excluded. The fallout has been absolutely insane. Elton has worked with practically everyone in the music business. He's collaborated with legends, discovered new talent, and influenced generations of artists. So when he speaks about his favorites, the entire industry pays attention. But nobody was prepared for these controversial choices. Reportedly, some of his selections shocked even his closest friends. Music forums and social media exploded with heated arguments. What makes this list even more explosive is what Elton allegedly said about each musician. According to insiders, he didn't sugarcoat anything. Some friendships were reportedly damaged, while others were surprisingly strengthened. From number 7 to number 1, each pick reveals shocking secrets about Elton's legendary career. Get ready for the most dramatic countdown as we expose the truth behind each controversial selection. 7. Lady Gaga. Lady Gaga landed at number 7, and sources say their relationship has been rocky lately.
Lady Gaga, what is you're worried about her for some reason? Are you worried?
No, I'm not worried about it. That was in Australian press, and I'm not worried about her at all.
Oh, okay, good.
According to industry insiders, Elton mentored Gaga early in her career and helped launch her to superstardom.
Threw your hands up, baby, you never.
But allegedly, she stopped returning his calls after becoming a massive global icon. Reports claim that Elton felt used and abandoned by someone he considered family. Music business sources revealed that Elton invited Gaga to perform at his charity event in 2022, but she reportedly declined without explanation. Witnesses claim Elton was visibly hurt and disappointed. One event organizer said, "He kept asking why she wouldn't come, like he couldn't understand the rejection." Despite this alleged tension, Elton still praises Gaga's talent publicly. Sources say he calls her fearless and brilliant, but privately feels betrayed. Industry gossip suggests that Gaga wanted to distance herself from being seen as Elton's student to establish her own identity. One musician claimed, "She needed to break free, but it hurt Elton deeply." Record label insiders say Elton still watches all of Gaga's performances and sends congratulatory messages that allegedly go unanswered. Some believe he included her on this list, hoping to rebuild their friendship. The complicated mentor-student relationship reportedly shows that even legends struggle with feeling abandoned and forgotten by those they helped. 6. Eminem. Eminem grabbed the 6th spot.
Still shit, whether he's on salary, pay hourly until he bounces out and shit his battles out. Whichever comes first.
And this choice allegedly created massive backlash. Sources claim that many in the music community were shocked when Elton publicly defended Eminem against accusations of homophobia in the early 2000s.
For me, Eminem was never homophobic. I mean, I listened to the whole of the Marshall Mathers album when I drove to a show in Southampton, and I was floored by it.
According to reports, several of Elton's close friends stopped speaking to him after he performed with the rapper at the Grammy Awards. The decision reportedly cost him important relationships. Industry insiders revealed that Elton received death threats from activists who felt betrayed by his support of Eminem. One source claimed Elton's phone wouldn't stop ringing with angry calls for weeks, but allegedly, he refused to apologize or back down from his stance. Music journalists say this controversy showed Elton's stubborn loyalty once he believes in someone. According to reports, Eminem sends Elton expensive gifts every year to thank him for the support.
I got this package from Eminem, and shows you how homophobic he isn't.
Sources say they text regularly and have genuine mutual respect. But allegedly, some people in Elton's inner circle still haven't forgiven him for that Grammy performance. One longtime friend claimed that moment changed how some people saw Elton forever. Music historians believe Elton sees himself in Eminem's outsider status and rebellious spirit. Sources say he admires the rapper's raw honesty and refuses to judge him. This controversial pick reportedly proves that Elton values artistic courage over public approval. 5. George Michael. George Michael claimed the 5th position, and sources say this choice is deeply personal and painful.
I think it's amazing. London, I think you're amazing.
According to close friends, Elton was completely devastated when George died on Christmas Day 2016. Reports claim that Elton blamed himself for not saving his friend from his struggles.
Just unbelievable. And George's songwriting, he's 21, he's been writing songs for 2 years and he writes Careless Whisper. And
Industry insiders say he fell into a dark depression for months afterward. Music business sources revealed that Elton and George had a complicated friendship filled with arguments and reconciliations. Witnesses allegedly saw them have a massive fight at a party in 2011, screaming at each other before George stormed out. One guest claimed, "It was terrifying to watch two legends go at each other like that." But reportedly, they always found their way back to friendship. According to reports, Elton tried multiple times to help George with his personal demons, but felt powerless. Sources say George would push Elton away during his darkest moments. One musician close to both claimed, Elton wanted to fix everything, but George wouldn't let him in. Music journalists say Elton can barely speak about George without crying. He allegedly keeps photos of them together throughout his home. Record producers claim that Elton once stopped a recording session because a song reminded him too much of George. The grief reportedly never fully healed, making this ranking incredibly emotional and significant for Elton. 4. Freddie Mercury. Freddie Mercury took the 4th spot, but their relationship was reportedly more complex than fans realize. Sources claim that Elton always felt overshadowed by Freddie's incredible stage presence and vocal range.
I don't think I'd ever met anybody like Freddie, who was larger than life, so funny, so gifted, so talented.
According to industry insiders, there was an unspoken competition between them throughout the 1970s and 1980s. Music journalists say Elton privately envied Freddie's ability to command massive stadium audiences. Reports suggest that the two had a famous backstage encounter in 1977, where things got heated. Witnesses allegedly heard Freddie make a cutting remark about Elton's flamboyant costumes, saying something like, "trying too hard." Sources claim Elton was furious and didn't speak to Freddie for over a year. One tour manager said, "The tension between them was real and uncomfortable for everyone around." Despite this alleged rivalry, Elton deeply respected Freddie's musical genius. Music historians say Elton studied Mercury's vocal techniques obsessively, trying to expand his own range. But sources claim he could never quite match Freddie's 4-octave power. One vocal coach allegedly told Elton, "You're brilliant, but Freddie is supernatural." 3rd. John Lennon. John Lennon secured the 3rd position. And this ranking allegedly hides a painful memory. Sources claim that Lennon once mocked Elton's songwriting during a radio interview in 1974, calling it overproduced commercial garbage.
To come on stage at Thanksgiving 1974 and play with us at Madison Square Garden. And it was probably the greatest night.
According to witnesses, Elton heard the interview live and was absolutely crushed. Industry insiders say he locked himself in his dressing room and refused to perform that night. The incident reportedly haunted him for years. Music business sources revealed that Elton worshipped the Beatles and desperately wanted John's approval. But allegedly, Lennon saw Elton as part of the mainstream pop machine he rejected. One musician who knew both claimed, John thought Elton sold out and he wasn't afraid to say it publicly. Despite this alleged humiliation, they eventually became friends before Lennon's tragic death in 1980. Reports suggest they bonded over their struggles with fame and addiction. Sources say John apologized for his harsh comments, but Elton never fully forgot the pain. One friend claimed that wound never completely healed, even after they made peace. According to music historians, Elton learned songwriting discipline from studying Beatles records obsessively. Guitar magazine sources say he still plays Beatles songs during private moments at home. Record producers claim that Elton's entire approach to melody was shaped by Lennon's influence. This complicated ranking reportedly shows how our heroes can hurt us the deepest. 2. Bernie Taupin. Bernie Taupin claimed the second spot, and sources say their partnership is far more complicated than the public knows. According to industry insiders, Elton and Bernie have had explosive fights throughout their 50-year collaboration. Reports claim they once didn't speak for an entire year after a massive argument about creative direction. Music business sources say the tension nearly destroyed their legendary partnership permanently. Witnesses allegedly saw them screaming at each other during a recording session in 1985. One producer claimed they threw things across the studio and threatened to never work together again. But reportedly, they always come back because neither can create the same magic with anyone else. Sources say it's a creative marriage filled with both love and resentment. According to reports, Elton sometimes feels trapped by their partnership. Music journalists claim he once said privately, "I'm tired of only singing Bernie's words, but I can't imagine singing anyone else's." Industry insiders say Bernie also feels frustrated, allegedly complaining that Elton doesn't always understand his lyrical intentions. One musician close to both claimed they need each other, but sometimes hate that they need each other. Record label sources revealed that their contract negotiations are always dramatic and emotional. Publishing insiders say both have threatened to end the partnership dozens of times, but never follow through. This ranking reportedly represents the most important artistic relationship in Elton's life and his biggest source of creative frustration. 1. David Bowie. David Bowie claimed the #1 spot, and sources say this choice reveals Elton's deepest personal pain. According to music industry insiders, Elton desperately wanted to be close friends with Bowie but was repeatedly kept at arm's length. Reports claim that Bowie found Elton too needy and emotionally exhausting to be around. Witnesses allegedly heard Bowie tell someone at a party, "Elton tries too hard to be liked and it's draining." This rejection reportedly devastated Elton more than any professional criticism ever could. Music business sources revealed that Elton invited Bowie to countless social events throughout the 1970s and 1980s. But David rarely attended. When he did show up, sources claim he would leave early without much interaction. One party guest said, "You could see Elton's face fall every time David made an excuse to leave." Industry insiders say Elton felt like an annoying fan rather than a fellow music legend. According to reports, Elton owns one of the largest private collections of David Bowie memorabilia in the world. Sources claim he spent millions of dollars at auctions buying Bowie's costumes, artwork, and personal items. Music collectors say this obsessive behavior shows how desperately Elton wanted some connection to David. One auction house employee alleged, "Elton bids on anything related to Bowie, regardless of price." Despite the alleged cold shoulder, Elton never stopped publicly praising Bowie's genius. Music journalists say Elton calls David the greatest artist of our generation and credits him with changing music forever. But sources claim Bowie rarely returned the compliments or acknowledged Elton's significance. One music critic said, "It was painful to watch Elton worship someone who barely noticed him." Record producers revealed that Elton tried multiple times to collaborate with Bowie, but was always politely rejected. Sources say David preferred working with younger, edgier artists and saw Elton as too mainstream. One producer claimed David wanted to work with Iggy Pop and Lou Reed, not someone who played Vegas. The rejection reportedly made Elton question his own artistic credibility for years. So there you have it. Sir Elton John's explosive 7 favorite musicians revealed. Which pick shocked you the most? Do you think Bowie deserved the top spot? Or should Bernie Taupin have been #1? Drop your thoughts in the comments section below. Smash that like button if you enjoyed this drama-filled countdown, and don't forget to subscribe for more controversial celebrity rankings and music industry secrets. Hit the notification bell so you never miss our next explosive video.